What's good, Relocation Football League fans? It's your boy Smitty here with the final game of Week 3 of the RFL College Series Season 2, man. It's been exciting so far. And of course, I got my man Rob here with me for dual commentary. How you feeling about this game here, Rob?
Hey, feeling pretty good, man. Just hope to see a competitive game out here, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, number one, number two is the second time this season already that we have a battle for the number one spot. The first game, it was Georgia versus Clemson, and Georgia was able to take that spot away. Clemson falling all the way to 25th heading into this week, but they got the win, so they should move up a little bit higher in those rankings. But, I mean, Georgia right now could possibly be facing the same situation. They held the Clemson Tigers there at their home field, and now here they are, just like Clemson had to do, defending their number one spot against Alabama. What's your thoughts on this Alabama team? Do you think they get it done there at home?
Would hope so, man. But Georgia coming in here, obviously, one of the better teams in the league, and so Georgia just might get it done tonight.
Man, I wish I had some graphics for this, but honestly, tested so much, forgot to get to making those. But I just want to highlight some aspects. I mean, these quarterbacks are going to be the big deal here for this game. But I think what's really going to come down to is the running back play. We already know for Alabama, I mean, Najee Harris, at times he's looked spectacular. But, I mean, the speed has a little bit been an issue for him in this series. It was an issue for him last series. I'm interested to see if he's going to be able to carry the offense on the ground as well as Cam Perkins has been able to do for Georgia, despite having the home field advantage. Any thoughts on that?
Man, I'm just looking for a good game. That's all I can say, man.
All right, then. Well, good game about to be on its way. Georgia taking on Alabama. Battle for the number one spot. Number one versus number two. Let us know in the chat who you got winning. And we'll see you guys out onto the field. Didn't turn on my mic. So you guys hear the sound, and you already know what that means in the RFL. That means it's game day. Number one Georgia taking on number two Alabama. Excuse the SMU helmet right there. I don't know why that comes up every time for Bama. But we are ready for technically our second national championship game of the regular season. This is going to be one heck of a game to watch as we get a look at the outside of the stadium here. That looks nice. Man, I'm amped up about this game here, Rob.
I can't even really see anything, man. It's kind of pixelated on my end. I'm going to screenshot this for you.
Is it, you can't see the game right now?
It's just really, looks like kids drawing some oil paintings on the screen or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we're about to see about getting that fixed here as you guys see Georgia and Alabama coming out onto the field. But before we get this thing underway, want to see what's going on with that. Jacob McCall coming out onto the field here. Spectacular game he had against Penn State last week. And following behind him is top receiver Pavo Frederick. Touchdown in every game so far this week. Just narrating this part and then I'll get to that. Jamar Scruggs ready to return this as Georgia will be getting the football first. And this crowd is amped. All right, so let's hit this Super Sim. Give us a moment, guys. Got to go check and see what's going on with this here. I'm going to just end this. I'm going to start the stream up again here, Rob. See if that does anything. Okay, go live. How's it looking right now? Is it good?
Let me check. Okay. You'll have to play the game.
Okay.
Let me just try to leave.
All right. So we're going to try to get this fixed up here first. Let me go make sure I get the settings just about right. And as soon as Rob is we get everything squared away with Rob, man, we're going to get this thing underway. I'll just leave that.
All right.
Think you good?
Yeah, I think it's cleaned up.
Okay, cool. All right, then. Let's get into this game. Alabama and Georgia. It is finally here. It's been a long week of waiting. Game of the week. We've got 39 live right now here watching. I think this is going to be a great game, Rob.
Oh, I hope it is going to be a good game, man. We're going to see who's who and what's what here. Down here in Alabama, man, these guys, you guys got to make sure that you hold on to your hats here against this Georgia team, man. This team can get up there in a heartbeat.
Well, here goes the start to the game. The kick is off. It's in the back of the end zone for a touchback, and we have, as we've been doing, consistently making some adjustments here to the sliders, but I think this is going to work out better. Here goes a look at Kai Cash. We have moved the sliders back to simulation, realized that the interceptions not getting picked off and things like that, and the unrealistic percentages by the quarterbacks was due to the fact that it was on arcade, and so we had to switch back to simulation. And it definitely, from the test game, I was testing games all game, and the gameplay looked real. The gameplay definitely looked a lot more real. The quarterbacks were throwing realistic, not completing everything. So still working on the amount of points, but we'll have to see how this game turns out. Shotgun here for Kai Cash. Draw play up the middle, and there goes a huge run to start the game. 12 yards for Cam Perkins. This is going to be the guy to look out for here, Rob.
Oh, yeah, it's a great look right there by the O-line, man, blocking for Cam Perkins. And, man, hope he can do that all game. That's a good run right there.
It's a good decision right there. I mean, he could have even threw the screen. That looked like an RPO play, but a wise decision to get it off to his premier back. Got a great carry right there. Kai Cash going to line up in the shotgun. A little bit of a high snap. Once again, up the middle. And Cam Perkins lowering the shoulder, running through two defenders, getting to midfield. What a run.
Man, that's just crazy right there. That's the way you lower the boom right there, man. Great run here by Cam Perkins. You can see right here, gets the handoff and just going to run over guys. Boy, oh boy, getting rough down there.
My God, that was... And this guy's not even 200 pounds. Guys talk about him having to get his weight up for when he gets into the pros, but man, he just burrows through just about two defenders right there. That was a great run. 25 yards already off of just 2 carries. I say keep giving it to him. Bunch formation to the left side. Get a hard count, and why not? Hand off, a nasty juke move, and he gets clobbered. He should have kept to the outside that time. Alabama defense, good play right there.
Oh, yeah. We got Thomas, Lewis, Sanborn, Copeland, and Picard on the O-line for Georgia. Simpson, White, Perkins, Nasir, and Melton will be the weapons for Kai Cash here.
It's going to be a great game, hopefully. I would say what I've seen from the test, but don't want to really give any spoilers or anything or put anyone's hopes down. But 2nd and 8. Single back formation under center. And here goes another run. This time the backup running back getting in.
Oh boy, looks like it's going to be a long night for Alabama here. Running backs getting off right now. 3rd and 1 here down at the 41-yard line. Georgia moving.
It's a tough defense. I think that now with the sliders being more simulation-like, it's going to really bring out the real in the teams. You see the bells and hear the bells, sounding. This is the 3rd and 1, big down for Georgia. Looking to throw, and that is going to be caught in traffic. That's a great catch by the tight end, Zan Nasir.
Yeah, big first down right here for Georgia, keeping the momentum in this game earlier on, man.
And shout out to the RFL community for showing up. If you are new to the Relocation Football League, make sure to check us out at relocationfootballleague.com and learn about what the RFL is all about, how you can join. You really want to get on this. We just opened up applications for our high school series that we're looking to start. What'd you say, end of next month, Rob?
Yeah, probably Halloween weekend. We're just trying to figure out the logistics right now as we get guys pouring in right now, man. Big shout out to Tyler and Lito, man, for doing those rosters right now.
Yeah, definitely a great time to be following the league right now. Here goes a receiver screen, and that's going to be blown up behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard. Kai Cash 2 for 2. But Brock Melton losing a yard there, no gain. Just got to get up the field here. He actually runs right into the traffic. That's rule number 1 for a wide receiver screen. You don't ever run inside where the pressure's at, where all the players at on defense. Second and 11. The bunch to the left. Kai Cash looking to pass. Goes over the middle. Hits the drag. And that's a good tackle made right there. Third down now.
Wilson defensive series for Bama right now. Let's go ahead and look at the D-line. We got Ray, Price, Shields, and Davis on the D-line. Lewis, Turner, and Jennings will be the linebacker core. And we got Diggs, Wilson, McKinney, and Surtain the second. Going to be the DBs.
It's going to be a big 3rd down and 8. Alabama's going to have to get out of this situation. I think Georgia's already just about in field goal range. Should be makeable 52-yarder. Big down. Kai Cash in the shotgun. Looking to throw over the middle. That's going to be wide open for a 1st down and then some. 1st and goal at the 9. 4 for 4. Kai Cash as he finds Blaylock.
Yeah, that's just a great route ran there by Blaylock, and obviously the arm of Kai Cash, man, nice accuracy here, able to sit that ball right there inside the zone right there. Great
catch here by Blaylock. Alabama's defense getting drove on, and that's just a gut-wrenching conversion, for Alabama, man. To give that up on a 3rd and long, it hurts any defense. Pistol formation. They'll look to throw, setting up the screen, and that's going to be into the dirt, incomplete. I don't know how he actually missed that. I guess he just wanted to get it. Yeah. Looked like he had the blocks already out there and everything set up too, but on to the next play, I formation. Counter run play, and he is down after a gain of a yard. It's going to be a big 3rd and goal for the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, right now I would say that Bama's going to have to probably try to load guys around the goal line right now, man, and just protect that goal line. That's all they can do here on third and goal, or really 3rd and 8 if you want to call it.
Bells sounding. Kai Cash looking to pass, pressure in his face, sacked and fumbles, and he'll be taken down at the 15. Alabama's defense holding strong.
That's really a strong defensive stand right there for Bama, man. I'd like what they're able to do here. A solid drive, obviously, by Georgia getting all the way down the field right here, but Bama able to hold on to one right here and limit them to only a field goal.
And looked like he probably could have threw that one there to Tyler Simpson over the middle, but looks like he was kind of sandwiched in between 2 defenders. Didn't want to make that throw, thought about it, and then by the time he tried to release it, got crushed. At least it looks like Georgia's not going to leave here empty-handed. That's if they get this kickoff clean. Should be an easy chip shot. It's up, it's good, and Georgia on the board first, 3-0. Game of the week, number 1, number 2. No greater feeling than to have a matchup like this and calling it. A lot of football still left to go.
Get my second screen up here.
Was still acting weird on your end or something, Rob?
Yeah, that's all good. I'm fixing it on my end so I can see this.
Okay. Georgia kicking this one off to Bama. Bama going to field this one from the 5. And Russell down at the 24. And we'll get our first look at this Crimson Tide offense, led by number 13, Jacob McCall. Had a huge game against Penn State last week in that 38-17 win. They just absolutely aired it out.
Jacob McCall through the first 2 weeks, 131.92 QBR rating. 49 of 59 through the first 2 weeks, man. He's actually been pretty good at 83% completion rating and 4 touchdowns, just 1 interception here. He will have to be pretty good tonight if he wants to play against Georgia, man. Because this is a solid ball club he's going against right now. And even though he has the home team behind him, it might be a little rough on him tonight.
Yeah, and with these realistic sliders, time to see what he really has. Trying to go with some read option. Instead, he runs it up the middle, gets him at the line of scrimmage at best, maybe a yard.
And we got Tate, Green, Dickerson, Brown, and Bright on the O-line. Dunn, Ford, Harris, Forrestal, and Pablo Frederick, man. Wide receiver. Pretty solid wide receiver they got here.
Yeah, Pablo Frederick, man, big-time playmaker deep down the field. You can best believe Jacob McCall is going to be looking his direction for some big plays. Got to watch out also for Braden Dunn, the other receiver down at the bottom of the screen. He had some big catches last week against Penn State as well. 1 touchdown. Here is what I talked about earlier. Run game getting stuffed the first carry.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Najee Harris, man. Just kind of interesting watching him in this series here. Just doesn't seem to have the explosiveness that I'm actually used to seeing in real life. But hopefully they can figure something out, man, and get him going, because they do have a solid running game down here in Tuscaloosa, man.
Now that run right there, maybe I can't put it all on Harris, as that was just a great job by Georgia getting off their blocks and just making a play in the backfield. 3rd down and 11, just like that for Bama. Tight formation, shotgun, McCall looking to throw. Pressure in his face, and he's got a completion to Braden Dunn for a 1st down to the 41.
Yeah, solid pass and a great catch here by Dunn over the middle here. I'd like to see what the zone was there for the Bulldogs. Yeah, that's just a great pass and a catch right there.
Just got it over the head of Alfred Walker, the submitted linebacker. Great throw by McCall, moving the chains. Final game of the week, man. This battle for the #1 spot already shaping out to look pretty good here. Under 5 minutes now left to go in this first quarter. And they go with a draw play. Najee Harris. Looks like they're trying to get that run game going early. He'll get to the 45.
And they need to try to exploit that early and often here. They got facing up these Bulldogs here with Wyatt, Taylor, Barkley, and Becker on the D-line. Luby, Rice, and Walker are going to be the linebacker core. And you got Kiesel, Daniels, King, and Scruggs going to be the DBs.
Now, these defensive backs for Georgia is definitely not a unit to sleep on. Scruggs, he had 2 picks last week. And as for Kiesel, he kind of got worked, but with these sliders now being back to, Simmons style, I think the defenses from here on out is going to play a lot better and more real to their talents. And here goes another handoff. Najee Harris, huge hit, forced fumble, and it's going to be recovered by Georgia to the house, and that's going to be a touchdown. No one in sight.
Yeah, and just rest in peace to his hands right there, man. You got to be able to hold on to that football right there, man. It's a big hit right here. Najee just tried out the backfield right there, man. Hey, a linebacker's going to take a clean shot on you right there, man. Great job here by Luby.
And, man, as much as we've seen, the outside run with Harris, it's not going to work. He doesn't have the speed for that. Big hit there by Dean. Jaquan Taylor-Luby, the linebacker, with the scoop and score. And Georgia, just like that, man, they are up by 2 possessions. Rough start here for the Crimson Tide here at home. Coach getting frustrated with Pablo Frederick for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe he didn't block on the play, but even if he didn't, that wasn't his fault. That was from the inside. The extra point is good. And Georgia is up 10-0 here early in the first. Well, midway in the first.
I'm trying to tell you, man, it's going to be very difficult for Alabama to even try to get it going here, man. It's a great team right here. And they're obviously, they just came in here, man, looking to pour it on right now.
This big-time hit. Got to take care of the football. Got some big-time playmakers on both sides on defense, that's for sure. Microphone acting weird on the headset, acting weird right now. But Alabama, man, they're going to need some plays. What'd you say?
I can barely see the screen, man. I'm trying to call it best I can.
Man. Here goes a return from the 3-yard line. Huge hit down at the 25. I don't know what's going on. Do you want me to? Let me see.
I'm gonna just see if how it goes, man. I might need to I might have to just jump out, man, because I can barely see it. It's just like pixelated.
It might just be something. So how's the stream looking? Is the stream coming out good though? Looks like it is.
I think the stream is fine. I think it's just the connection in the Discord right now, because I'm looking on the second screen right now. I've been monitoring it the whole time here, You know, it sounds good and looks fine on the stream, but for me, it's just, foggy.
Hopefully that gets cleared out. Here's a throw over the middle. That's going to be intercepted by Derrickis Daniels. Wow, not the start for Bama.
No. Already, man, another turnover here. You get the fumble on the last play here, and now you got your quarterback throwing an interception over the middle right now, man. And, boy, this is not looking good right here for Alabama, man. Georgia turning up, man, showing why they're #1 in the nation.
And that was just a well-off target throw. And, honestly, quarterback accuracy has not been affected at all. That actually has been improved back up to 50 on default. Yeah, that's just a bad throw. You say, Rob?
I'm sounding dead too. Guys, I apologize, man. I'm probably sounding dead because this is delayed for me.
Yeah.
And so I see you guys yelling snatchies and everything. I didn't even see the snatchy until after he was already running. So that's why I apologize, man. I might have to jump out, Smitty, because I don't even sound like myself right now. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Yeah, I can feel you. Yeah.
I'm seeing them right here. They're saying
Yeah, it's all right. I'll handle it. We'll make sure we get everything right for next time, man. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
First down and 10, going to motion Perkins out of the backfield. Empty set now. There goes a throw, hits the drag and the sear down at the 23. And it's been a rough start for Bama here so far. 10-0. Turnovers killing them with that interception on the last time out onto the field. Had a scoop and score for a touchdown, too. 2 turnovers already for the Crimson Tide. There goes a run. Cam Perkins to the outside, juking backwards, though. Nevertheless, it's still going to be a first down for Georgia. 5 carries. He's already up to 40 yards. He's not getting affected by the sliders. That's one thing for sure. You can see Perkins just taking off. And his vision just so great. His speed, even seen and displayed his power. He ran through a couple of defenders earlier today. He's just got it all at that running back position. McKinney there on the tackle. And Georgia just trying to avoid a 3-possession deficit at the start of this one. Still not the end of the first quarter. He'll look to throw, and that's going to be caught to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Brock Melton able to get in for the first offensive touchdown, and Georgia have scored just about in every other way but special teams at the start of this one, all in the first quarter. Wow. This is how you start out a game. Defense making plays. Offense taking advantage of the defensive plays right here with this drive. Getting in for 6, and already Alabama, #2 team, down by possibly 16 if this one gets knocked through cleanly. And it is 17-0 is the score. They go 25 yards in 3 plays. Ball protection, protection here for this team just has not been great at the start of this one. So they got to figure something out in that department. An interception, a fumble by Najee Harris. Turnovers, that's going to kill you every time in a football game. Alabama's really going to have to wake up here. And when you're down by this much by Georgia, especially in the first quarter, this #1 team in the country, it's tough to come back from this. Bama, a resilient team, though. We've seen how explosive they can be, but right now the offense kind of struggling. We'll get this one from the goal line. Nice juke move, and Ruggs brought down at the 23-yard line. Offense for Georgia, for Bama, going to come out here. Last 2 drives ending in turnovers. Recall when he's thrown 2 passes. He's completed both of them, but the other one went to the other side. Tried to hit his receiver on the slant. For one, wasn't probably the best decision, as there was a lot of traffic across the middle of the field. Watch out for Pavel Frederick and Braden Dunn at the bottom of the screen here. There goes McCall looking to throw. And another interception. Wow. Straight to the defender. Whoa. I don't know what's going on here, but this was not happening in the test games. That was terrible read. Everything just shut down. You can tell the interceptions are working, but what was McCall doing there on that play? Not the read to make. And already, this is the first quarter. Man, this is as bad as a start as it could get. Alfred Walker with a pick 6. And frustration just building. Wow, man. 24-0 in the first quarter. Now, we've seen some good teams, good high-ranked teams, get blown out. We understand that. We've seen that. We've seen West Virginia get blown out 44-0 against USC. So, I mean, it's definitely possible that this game could end up being a blowout and nothing like how everyone anticipated. But, man, 24-0 at the start of this game. 2 interceptions, 2 defensive touchdowns given up. It's not even Georgia's offense getting on the field to beat Alabama right now. They're beating themselves with the turnovers. And a really rough game for McCall to start this one. And it's only the first quarter, more than enough time to try to turn things around here. But at this point, from this moment on, a 24-point deficit, you cannot afford to make any mistakes. There's a look at how things have been going. Overthrown pass for an interception right there. Big hit for a forced fumble for a touchdown. And the very last play, interception again, this time going to the house for 6. Jacob McCall with 2 interceptions. And Najee Harris with the fumble. Not the start that Bama was hoping, especially here at home. If I'm not mistaken, even West Virginia got blown out at home. So it's times that this does happen. It was a pitch to the outside. As I talked about, just the outside run game, it's not going to be there for Bama. Just don't have the speed at back there with Harris to get it done. 4 carries, -4 yards. This Georgia defense is showing why they are the #1 team. Just nothing at all working right now for Bama's offense. I mean, everything was working last week against Penn State. And of course, now that the sliders have been more simulation tailored, now it's going to be tough to get wins, man. It's really going to have to show out your true talent. And right now, accuracy is a problem for McCall. He's going to have to make a play here. Spins out of the sack, but still is going to be taken down. That's Alfred Walker there with the sack. Had a pick 6, and now here he is with a sack. 3rd and 24. Man, this is an amazing start for Georgia. Look at the pressure. I mean, everyone just closing in. 3rd and 24. They're going to need to go Pavel Frederick's direction. Braden Dunn, they got them both on the same side here right now. They need to take a shot. And it looks like that's what they're going to do. And it's going to be dropped out of the hands of the tight end Forstall. Not a bad attempt. But man, that's rough. Had the pressure of Jermaine Taylor, defensive tackle up the middle of the field. How about Jermaine Taylor last week had 3 sacks in their game against Mississippi State. Good defense right there, incomplete. Had to try to make a play happen. Said, what's Henry Ruggs? Overall, I think, if I'm not mistaken, an 89 or a 91, one of those. He'll field this one from the 23. Zamar Scruggs with a nice jump cut, getting to the 36. And Georgia can literally put up 30-plus points here in this first half, and possibly the first quarter alone. Georgia's looking scary. It's playing like CPU on rookie difficulty now. This is really on all Madden right now. Should actually be making less mistakes. So, I mean, honestly, Georgia's just balling out right now. Oh, broken tackle, off to the races. Juke move, and Cam Perkins is gone. Wow. 64-yard touchdown, and I'm calling it now. In the first quarter of this game, it's over. Wow, this is just... I was not expecting this type of start for Georgia. For the most part, it's been Alabama, and the reason on why this game has been going like this. But, wow. It's not just Georgia's defense making the plays. This offense is making plays as well. That's their second offensive touchdown. 31 points scored in the first quarter. First play, 64 yards. Wow. I don't know what to say here. It's going to be a long game for me to call, that's for sure. Hopefully Alabama shows some fight back. The most points scored in this college series was 55 by USC. And now, man, Georgia's on pace. I see someone in the chat with a comment. Jack is not good, saying they're on track to score 124 points right now. That is crazy. Against Bama. But they've really killed themselves here. There's nothing really too much I could say but that. If you're a Bama fan, you might want to turn this one off. Appreciate you guys for watching this, though. But, man, this is not the start that the Crimson Tide was looking for, especially this man right here, McCall, with 2 interceptions. Team down 31 points. It's a whole minute still left in the first quarter. I'm speechless right now at the start of this game. I don't think I'll even have enough time to create an entire highlight tape, man. The highlight tape might be the entire first quarter of this game. There goes a run. Still trying to run the ball with Najee Harris. I mean, I know they got time and everything. I mean, honestly, there's nothing wrong with running the ball. You're still in the first quarter. But, man, they're going to need to call something to get some big plays. Offset I formation. They've only ran a total of 10 plays in this game. There's a handoff. Najee Harris getting plugged down at the 34. Wow. Highlights of this game afterwards might just be nothing but Georgia highlights, like Caden Blair just said in the chat, man. This is man, that's the end of the first quarter. 31-0 at home. Georgia, the #1 team, showing why they are the #1 team. I mean, this is the amount of points teams hope to score in a single game. They got it in the first quarter. Spreading out the field here. And McCall with the throw. There goes a nice play. Gets to midfield on the Bama logo. 2 for 5. And like I said, I think from changing it back to simulation, you're really starting to see the true talent of teams, especially defenses now. Because if you look back at the first week when guys were talking about how, it was more realistic and low-scoring games, In week 1 and prior, that was because those teams were playing that great because of it was on simulation. Arcade was great, don't get me wrong, great points-wise. Ooh, nice run here. And a nice little explosion. Gets him to the 44. It was great points-wise, but now you're going to see teams really ball out on that defensive side of the ball. You're not going to see dropped interceptions like that at all. As we've already seen, every interception attempt has been caught by the defense of Georgia. And Alabama finally in territory here in an inaccurate pass by McCall. They actually said it was an accurate pass through Madden, but man, rough one right there. Maybe the receiver's fault, going too far out towards the sideline. Got to put that on him. Got to lead that towards the sideline there. Probably try to keep him in bounds to try to get more yards. Here goes McCall looking to pass. Crucial third down here. Lofts it up, and it's incomplete. And how are 3 Alabama players in the same area? This has got to be, I don't know what happened here. Man, slants. And that was Pavo Frederick's catch right there for a first down. And you got 3 guys. I mean, those guys were extremely fast running across the middle. You got 3 guys in the same area. Wow. Sky punt here. Fair catch called by Zamar Scruggs. And Georgia might just put up 38 in this first half or more. And if you was looking for a highest scoring game, you got it, but only on Georgia's end. This defense is killer right now for Georgia. Wow. This is a crazy, man. First down and 10. Kai Cash with the throw over the middle. Cam Perkins to the 26-yard line. I see Legion of Gaming saying worst start to a game I've ever had. Yeah, this is really rough start here. Excellent start for Georgia, but man, I'd say half of these points would be scored if it wasn't for the turnovers. And here goes Cam Perkins. He was still up, but they say his knee hit the ground, and so they mark him down. Cam Perkins already 110 yards rushing in this first half. Man. I mean, when we went back to realistic sliders for, look at this, running through, getting to the 36, but when we went back to realistic sliders for the last time under those sliders that Bama was in, they did struggle offensively against USC. And we're only able to score offensively once. The final score of that game was 20-9. And so maybe the offense just had a stellar game against Penn State under the arcade sliders. So good play right here by the defense, though. But under the true simulation, man, it's probably just against this defense. It just looks like Georgia is that good. And I see Jordan Mays saying almost unimaginable this score is. Yeah, I know, right? Real life, this wouldn't even be like this. I mean, if turnovers did happen like that, maybe it would be. Pump fake, check down, good defense. At least Bama gets the stop. Defense still playing hard. Kai Cash, he's 8 for 9 with a passing touchdown and over 50 yards. I think 56, they said. He's hardly had to do anything today. And Jack is not good, says this better happen in real life. I highly doubt it, my guy. If this actually happened in real life, man, I think Nick Saban would actually quit the job. He doesn't care what his track record is there. He's done with Bama they lose like this. Punt in the end zone for a touchback. The offense going to get started at the 20. It's almost like I'm trying to find things to talk about other than the game right now at this point because of how bad Bama's getting beat here at home. Michael Florida says Nick Saban is having a heart attack. Yeah, if he saw this, he wouldn't be a fan of the RFL at all. Man. Hodge says that Saban will be going to coach for the Dolphins again. First down and 10. And here goes McCall just looking for something. And that's airtight defense. Kiso with a great play on Frederick. 2 for 8 to start this game is McCall. And, I mean, despite how crazy this score looks right now, this is playing out true to the players on the field right now from the submitted guys. I mean, these corners, 90-plus overall. Kiso and Zamar Scruggs, those are ballers. Here goes a run. Najee Harris down to the 25. So, yeah, like I was saying, it's going to be tough for Braden Dunn and Pablo Frederick to get open in this game against those guys. They got abused a little bit under those arcade sliders, but, man, that's not happening here. They'll look to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Gets drilled by Derrickis Daniels and Zamar Scruggs. And it's 4th down. They cannot do anything against this Georgia defense. What a hit. That was actually Zamar Scruggs who came in with the initial hit. He almost lays out Derrickis Daniels. He's the one with the 99 hit power. Flips his own guy. Wow, this is supposed to be game of the weekend. Starting out like this. And he is down at the 36-yard line. We'll have more information about the high school series later on. But yeah. I mean, right now, I mean, even with taking this loss, despite it looks like, you know, Bama's going to get blown out here. But even if that does happen, we're still tweaking the sliders a bit. I honestly don't feel it's the sliders on why they're getting beat this bad. I just think the turnovers really killed. And here goes a throw over the middle. First down. Georgia just pouring it on. I think the turnovers really killed them, and they just can't make the plays on this defense, man. This defense is just looking this great. But yeah, more information on the high school series for the RFL will be released later on down the line. We're still working on things. There goes a handoff, and Bama's defense making a great play right there. Tackle for a loss by Rivers. And ELS says, this is my first college series game, man. Yeah, it's a pretty rough one, man. Sorry you had to come in here to this one. I mean, it's still a pretty good game, I mean, for Georgia, man. I mean, this is high scoring. It's college-like, you know. Teams get blown out, you know. But, man, I don't think no one was expecting this here. Michael Floyd, definitely right about that. Sliders don't affect just one team. And it's actually should be helping out Alabama's offense here. And there goes a sack. It's good defense by the Crimson Tide. But like I said, yeah, the passing is actually improved through this. And, well, accuracy-wise, well, yeah, I would have to say accuracy-wise, it was better on arcade because, of course, they didn't miss anything. But actually should still be pretty good. But McCall's just made some questionable reads here. And this is on all Madden, so this is the highest level of logic that you can have in terms of decisions made by the players on the field. I don't know what's going on with Bama right now. I mean, this is not Bama. Just one of those games for them. Kai Cash got a lot of time. Throws wide open. Cam Perkins doing it all. And how do you give that up? And Bama, wow. Got the running back here wide open. I think he came out of the backfield on an angle route, but he had so much time in the pocket that he was able to still streak down the field. I mean, I guess I would be feeling some type of way too on the defensive side of the ball, getting beat like this. Here goes a shot deep down the field, going to be caught at the 1-yard line by Brock Melton. Wow, they're trying to make a statement. Georgia is trying to make a statement. Kai Cash with the beautiful throw here. How about the catch by Brock Melton? Wow. Thought that was a touchdown for a moment. Got mossed. Why not just hand it off to Cam Perkins right now? He's a little bit tired, though. Probably wouldn't do that. But they do. And he's denied. Short of the first down at the 1. And Georgia's about to literally put up 38 points in the first half. And this is on sim sliders, man. Wow. Play action. And that's going to be deflected. I don't know why he didn't go for the interception. I mean, good play, but could have made a better one. Could have helped your team right there in that situation. I formation. Pitch to the outside, and it's going to be an easy walk-in touchdown for Cam Perkins. Wow. I'm just speechless right now. And I said that already in this stream, and this is just the first half. Literally just the first half of play. I think almost at this point, if I'm Georgia, I'm just going to run the football. He said, come on, tell the truth, Smitty. It's on all Madden Sim by you. Turn down threshold, though, which you said have breaks the game. I think that's what you meant. Yeah, yeah, I tried the way I tried to compensate for the points to get put up for this game was for making it where speed matters, which it does in college. But man, the test games, every test game I tested today, Georgia has won. So I mean, Georgia looked like they were for sure going to win this game. But this is the first stream where they started out and blew these guys out like this. I mean, I did not know that this was going to happen in this fashion. But there's no other reason about the turnovers, though. I don't know what the problem is with the turnovers with Alabama right now. I say more so the Achilles heel for this game was the offense throwing interceptions and fumbling and stuff like that. I mean, Georgia's under the same slider set, and they haven't made any mistakes. So, I mean, I can't call it. Handoff here to Najee Harris. 3 yards. Here they go, looking to throw. Sideline, finally able to complete for a big play. First down, 3 for 10 with 2 interceptions. Jacob McCall, hopefully that'll wake him up. It's been a rough game. That is, I think that's the least I could say. Yeah, I honestly feel like the slides aren't bad. If Georgia was just... Not Georgia. If Alabama was just making plays, I mean, the play calling has kind of been terrible. Why are they running the ball right now late in this first half, down by 38 points? I don't get it. Georgia's doing everything right. They've barely been on the field offensively. I just think it's just the players not being able to make plays right now. I don't know what's going on. And they pitch it out here. I don't know what they're doing. Why are they still running the ball? Maybe they're just trying to end this game already. I don't know, man. Wow. Empty set. Rough game. There was a throw down the field, though. Broken up. Almost intercepted. That's why I don't get, third down. They finally let McCall throw the ball, and it's like you're down 38 points. Why aren't you throwing the ball to give them more than just one shot to try to have someone make a play down the field? Play calling is just terrible right now for Bama as well. And they could just be rattled with play calling because they're literally down by 38 points right now. So they punt this one away. No fair catch. Trying to spin off the contact. Man. This was the last type of game I wanted to have streamed here to call. I'm not going to lie to you guys, bro. Every single test game, the games look great. Even though this is a blowout for sure, other than the turnovers for Georgia and the bad plays and the fact they're down like this, the gameplay has been, more realistic. Guys are making more plays on the ball. I mean, I just don't know what to say here, man. This is crazy. That was a catch. Still makes that grab. Kai Cash still with a high completion percentage, 12 of 14. And Walker Wilson's blowing him up. Yeah, Alabama didn't win any test games, man, and in none of the test games did they even get 10 points. So, I mean, I think that Georgia might actually be that good in this series, man. There goes Kai Cash looking to throw, and he goes deep. Wide open. 40 points scored in the first half. 77 yards to Brock Melton. That is a casket if I've ever seen one. Wow. Literally the first half and these guys got over 40 points. This is a beatdown, man. Wow. Almost want to try to make some changes right now in this game, but I mean, what is there to change? It's just, man. Dude was wide open. He's not going to miss that. Eric Strouder saying, please keep these sliders. Man, I mean, I don't see nothing, honestly, wrong with him, man. He just got cooked. I don't know what's going on with Bama, man. This is the worst game start ever that I've seen. This is crazy. Rob saying this is unrealistic. Hey, man, I agree, though. I do agree. I don't know what it is with, I think the plays are realistic, but I don't, man, this is just bad. Like, I don't know what's going on, honestly. I honestly think that I don't know what it is, the turnovers, the interceptions and stuff thrown straight to the guy. Seems like, I don't know, there's nothing going Bama's way at all. And he's sacked. Literally probably just cannot find a receiver open whatsoever. We're going to have to go back and take a look at these plays. He's got a guy open on the left side, too, on the drag. I can't call it. Jermaine Taylor on the sack.
Let's go.
Counter run play. And that's the end of the first half. Literally 45-0. My biggest thing right now with this game has been play calling selection for Bama. I mean, still running the ball while being down by multiple points. And just the throws, the decisions have been terrible. I mean, look at that. That was the play that kicked it all off, a forced fumble. Man, this is pretty bad. Yeah, I'm lost. They score 80, man. They score 80, you know. Can't stop the game. It is what it is, you know. This was the first time it looked this bad on these sliders getting tested. Yeah, this was supposed to be somewhat of a competitive game. Man, 45-0. Bama's going to be getting the football. And I don't know why they had McCall on the field here. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
He says, I would test other teams, Smitty. The main thing when it comes to slider testing, I mean, literally, I tested this game 10 times before I came in here. Honestly, I felt like the plays were real, you know. But Georgia just kept beating Bama every single game. Every game. There was not a single test game at all that they won. I just think that they weren't going to beat Georgia. But none of the starts were like this. Literally, the last thing that I was testing before this game was I tested this game, and the final score was 49-7, and that was pretty. That's still a pretty bad beatdown. Now that was just the game before this. The other games, the scores were ranging. You know, it's 31-7. 24-7. But it just seems like Georgia's defense was just shutting down Bama, period. And so I can't call it. I mean, the gameplay honestly was real. It's just the score, wasn't what we expected. And there goes a run again. Like, what is going on? I honestly feel like for this game, other than there was definitely some mistakes by the players, I honestly feel like for this game, though, the turnovers and the play calling really just stumped Bama. I mean, that's not a bad play to call, but then again, Najee Harris is getting killed out here because they didn't bless him with any speed at all on this mod. And he's not that slow in real life, man. I almost want to turn his speed up, but that's not what they gave him, so I can do it. But, if he's been running with that already for 2 weeks, no point in changing it.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, a lot to talk about with this one, man. Brock Melton, 2 touchdowns, 6 receptions, 138 yards. I still don't get why they're running this ball at all. At all. First down and 10. Here goes Kai Cash. Another shot down the field, and it's going to be caught. And what can't Georgia do right now? Zan Nasir, the tight end, going up. This defense is... they're done. They want to get out of here and just call it a game. Appreciate the donations, guys. I know there were some other guys who donated earlier. Forgot about shouting you guys out, but shout out to you guys. Shout out to Nishan here with the $10 donation.
Here we go. Go to base. 49 to Mike. Ready to go. Yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Let's go.
There goes a run. Cam Perkins out of there. First down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
13 carries, 127 yards. Tough one, man. It's a tough one. Guess we can leave this as open chat, just about like podcasts for tomorrow. I mean, there's literally nothing I can really say about this one. We run to the outside here. Juke move off the blocks, and he is going to get the first down. This is a game. The CPU 90 man. Yeah, I don't get it, man. Is it the speed threshold? Do you think that maybe? Honestly, I feel like everything else is pretty good, but I mean, this defense is definitely getting gashed right now. Even Harry coming in, making plays. Even with the speed threshold, I mean, I guess, yeah, that'll be killing Alabama's run game with Najee Harris already not being that fast, which I get that. But, I mean, let's just look at this game and look at the plays. And literally just, think, was it more so Alabama just not making no plays at all, or was there something wrong here? I mean, the accuracy has been toned down, as you can see from Jacob McCall. The running game is just crazy taking off with Georgia because, I mean, Cam Perkins is that good. Maybe he's getting helped out a bit from the threshold being turned up, which separates, the faster guys to be fast. I mean, that also helps out Bama, too. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's why Brock Melton got deep behind the cornerback. Had cooked him so bad. I just feel like, honestly, Georgia just came in here, and it's just my honest opinion. I just feel like Georgia just came here and trashed them. You know, like that is, I mean, I really don't see, I mean, other than the score, because he got the pressure in his face. There goes a play on the ball. I mean, we've seen breakups. Kai Cash still does have a pretty good high percentage, but that's because things have been wide open. You know, so, man. That's a tough interception to try to make right there. It just bounced right off his gloves. Fourth down and 1. Man, even Georgia going for it on fourth down, man. And they get it. And the touchdown. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. 51. I don't know what to say. I think Georgia is this tough, man. I don't know. Because for one, on all Madden and Sim sliders, they don't even put up this many points. And yet Georgia's been able to do this and get this many points. Wow. I feel like the team's defeated and they just keep making bad plays because they're already getting beat so bad so early. So who did Bama play before this? They played Penn State. Now they were under the arcade sliders. They were able to beat them 38-17. And they were just gunning it down the field, straight bombs. You know, and that was working out. You know, on arcade, you're going to make the big plays. You know, and that's what we wanted. But arcade just was not simulating the rest of the game. You know, the points were looking good. Games were were competitive a little bit, but honestly, you know, it was looking like college football, but not really. So we had to tone it back down to sim. Yeah, this is literally sim gameplay right now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, and sim is best, man. The only thing I've been trying to do is just have it where they score more points. Now, granted, they did score more points here. Definitely scored more points. So we need proof of the sliders. Sliders ain't. Yeah, so honestly, I mean, halftime already showed. So I guess what I can do is after this drive, when they're about to kick it off, I'll show you guys what we got here, man. And yeah, this is pretty bad. Run here, Najee Harris. They're still running this guy down 52 points. Say no need to prove it. Yeah, I know, but I just literally, I kind of want to show you guys that this is on sim, and these guys are getting blown out. The threshold, I tried. Okay, couldn't get the first down. The threshold I tuned down so it could be more speed related. Which college football is, you know. And I don't think it would have helped. I don't see anything that would have helped Bama be competitive in this game from what they've been doing. This is crazy. There goes a throw. Finally gets one over the top. Pablo Frederick. And he gets inside the red zone to the 14. 32 yards. That honestly should have been picked off. No attempt. Here's a look at the throw again. What is the cornerback doing? So that's still, it don't matter what level, difficulty level you put it at. That's just Madden being terrible. Cornerbacks just not making plays or having an animation to make a play. So, and like I said, it's not like they don't have the abilities to make plays. You know, you're seeing it. Well, that's one of the very few that they've had today. But I mean, let's look back at the plays they made and literally look at what was open. There's nothing there. Georgia is just that good, man. That's all I could say. So everything you said about the speed threshold was wrong. At first, I said that speed threshold breaks the game. I would. There goes a shot to the end zone. That's broken up. I would say I don't think it necessarily does. But then again, I'm not sure. Most of the games, I mean, right now it is proving my case of what I first believed, that the speed threshold does have it where it's one-sided in a blowout, which is happening right now. But I did mess with the speed threshold earlier, and this wasn't happening. So I think it's just situational based, man. I don't know what to say. Incomplete pass right there. So, I mean, I can't even. I think the threshold does have to be changed, though, because guys are probably getting burnt too bad if they're too fast. And that doesn't happen too often in real life. It says bring it to the RFL. Definitely not. Definitely not going to mess with the threshold in terms of that. I think the gameplay, when it comes to like pro-style play, I can find sliders with that without having to touch the threshold. I think that's good. I don't feel like the speed. The only reason I'm even turning up the speed threshold is because there's more separation in college than there is pro-wise when it comes to speed. So I honestly feel like threshold is definitely not an area that needs to be touched at a pro level in terms of the RFL. So I'm definitely not planning on doing that at all. But the college-wise, that's everything, you know. So that's what I thought was going to get more points. Look, Bama actually got some points. I was talking so much, they finally got on the board. They didn't get a shutout. But let's just get a look at these just so I can show you guys, man. So I moved it to all Madden so we could get the best play. I realized all Madden was taking out all the stupid stuff that was going on. But what I did was, oh man, fatigue was low. Well, it was high. I meant to put this in the other direction, or actually back to default. But still, the fatigue has nothing to do with what's going on right now. This is where I had it. I had it down to 10. I had the speed threshold. I wanted it to be a separation, but not too like that bad, that much. But you still see guys getting cooked. So yeah, the speed threshold at 10. So these guys are really moving. But you only saw a few deep plays. You know, you can't really. The deep play wasn't too bad. I wouldn't say the deep was too bad. Looking at these, I'm going to actually, well, I can't change stuff right now. I think the game is what it is. Well, I guess the game's over. There's nothing we can do. We can try to see what happens. Let me just put this back to default, see what happens with this. I still think guys are going to get cooked. And this should be at default. So we'll just put that down to 50, but you can look at this. I tuned up the interceptions and I tuned up the catching for big plays, but that was it. In the tackling, I moved down to 48 because in simulation, I wanted it to still be kind of like arcadey where they were able to break more tackles and make plays. But yeah, 48, I don't think that was bad. The interceptions, we already seen the interceptions are paying off. This is why I'm saying, like, I don't see where Alabama was not scoring any points. They got the accuracy here. They got the pass blocking. They even got better catching than what they had. You know what I'm saying? And base run blocking. So how Georgia's doing all this and Bama's not? I just think the team just blew them out, man. It just was that much better, man. Maybe they got helped out a little bit on what was going to be inevitable and what was going to happen anyway in terms of the running. I don't know, but that's the sliders right here. I really don't want to touch these. I think that these are pretty good. Let's just adjust the let's just put this back to default and see what happens. I don't think it's going to change anything. So Dan was playing the whole time. Let's just see what this does. This is just a beatdown. Yeah, man, crazy. Fumble sliders, I left it at 50, and it doesn't seem to be a problem here in this game. I mean, we only saw one fumble here in this game, so I wouldn't say that the fumble slider is an issue right now at default. There goes a knee. I think you're going to see a difference in terms of speed on the field, that's for sure. Guys going to be closer and being able to make plays, but they were already able to make plays anyway based off their speed. Cam Perkins, man, 144 total yards. Yeah, that's what I agree with. Little known perfection. I feel like the sliders, if anything, I think Georgia was bound to win this game regardless. They literally did not win anything, and it wasn't even like they were in any case competitive. Like Georgia won every time. And I think it just made the deficit more greater than what it would have been. Here goes a run. Good tackle. Holds that to a 1-yard gain. Said the butt kicking slider set too high for UGA. Yeah. I still feel like these guys are going to still make plays, man. I don't see how this is going to make a difference. Still see Cam Perkins getting loose. He's at 144 yards now on the ground alone. Empty set. Got the bells chiming, as it has already multiple times today. There was a throw to the sideline. Like I said, still making plays. A out route there to Simpson. He said this game's over. It's been decided. Quarter one. This is post game. It pretty much is post game, man. We're still going to look back at these plays too, just to see what happened with the turnovers and everything with McCall. Man, this was just a beatdown, man. It's pretty bad. Georgia's just nice. I'm going to just call it. I'm going to just say it like that. Georgia's just nice. Too good. He said, Smitty was our slider for when we played. They was raw. Yeah, see, it changes, though, because I tried to use whatever we used before. I even tried using RFL sliders. You know, like I said, 20 is still connected to 21. When I tried to use those sliders again, like those, they were terrible. And they actually ruined the game, and was just no offense at all. So it was really bad. So I didn't want that happening. A first down pickup right there. Like I said, Georgia's still marching. But yeah, they were on our arcade for a minute, but I think didn't we go back to sim? Yeah, no, we used arcade for last year's college series when we did the college series bowl. I think we used arcade probably like one time for 1 week, but for the most part, it was a sack to play. But for the most part, they were on sim throughout the entire season for last year, which they played good. You know, and the main thing which I tried to do this year, which is why we went to arcade, was we tried to make you know, get more points, because last year's college series, the only thing that they were lacking was the only thing that they were lacking were the points. You know, I think you know, team some scores should have been a little bit higher based off the players and stuff on the team. No, it was sim. It was sim. I remember that for sure, Rob. Like we used arcade, we tested, then I know for a fact it was sim, because we even said it during the RFL College Series the bowl game, that this is our first time really we're going to use arcade for this game. It was on sim for the most part throughout the entire regular season. Third and 12. Throws this one into the flats. Nothing going there. That's a good stand by Bama's defense. Now let's see what Alabama does with the ball. Hopefully, and I don't know why I got a feeling that they might actually not do any better due to now that the threshold is back at base, because if these cornerbacks were already covering, then it's going to be hard for these receivers to get open. But we'll have to see. 4th down here. They got to punt it away. He said he legit isn't talking about the. Yeah, I mean, when it gets this bad, you can't talk too much about the game. It gets this bad, man. There's nothing to say, you know. Just find some other things to discuss. So we all forgot the game was on, Jack. You said you don't have to argue. No, I just like, you know, explaining it and making sure, you know, guys understand every step of the process of what's going on. And I'm glad you guys, you know, I'm pretty sure most of all you guys understand, you know, what we're going through right now. The constant changes and everything with Madden. And that's going to be the end. I would tell you to put your 4ths up, but I feel like at this point that would be disrespectful to Bama. So do what you want to do. If you want to throw a 4 up in the chat, go ahead and do that. Yeah. Yeah, I guess the best thing you can say for Bama is they didn't get shut out, right? That's good. 2nd down and 2. Here goes Jacob McCall. Over the middle. That's going to be caught. 1st down. Okay, making some big plays now. 20 yards on the play. 4 catches, 46 yards. Yeah, I definitely feel for this. Sim is the way to go. I mean, we had some exciting games. Once again, don't get me wrong, with the arcade. But, you know, I know some guys were complaining, and we don't typically make the slider change based off of complaints if it looks like it's working good. But I also felt you guys on the, you know, the quarterback just completing everything. There was a throw and a catch by Najee Harris. But, yeah, it was just too high of completions, too many. I think just too many big plays, and so we had to. I think Sim's definitely the way to go here with this, man. Still trying to find ways where they can put up more points. They put up a lot of points here in this game, though. I mean, they did do that. So I got the points thing down, but I don't know. I don't honestly feel like. Ooh, look at this. They had the 1st down, now they lost it. And Little Dog said it's looking like it was the threshold, bro. I mean, yeah, we could probably. I don't know. I wouldn't go off of assumptions with that yet. Alabama right now is moving the ball pretty good. That's cool. I honestly feel like what it probably was, which is I should have changed before this game in the first place, was the fatigue. The fatigue, and I was on the phone with Rob about this. The fatigue is supposed to go the opposite way. There was a throw over the top to Pablo Frederick. Good play. But like I was saying, it was the fatigue that I think that that might have messed up Bama here in this game. I put that in the wrong direction. It's actually the lower you have the fatigue, the less they get fatigued. And so I just put that at default because when I put that lower, then I think that's when I saw that 49-7 test game with Georgia. So then I was like, no, I feel like that's going to make Georgia actually better, way better, with them not getting tired. So I think the fatigue was the issue, man. Bama's probably don't got too many good players with good fatigue ratings. They're moving the ball, though, for the first time, actually good here. So, yeah, I think that's what the issue mainly was. Threshold, I think, would have probably shaved a couple of touchdowns off of Georgia's score. I don't think Brock Melton would have been that wide open on that deep streak down the field earlier. And I think it kind of extended some plays for Cam. Look at this sack. Oh, I say incompletion. But I think it extended some of the run plays for Cam Perkins because the speed was good. And he was able to explode through the line and get extra yards faster than the other guys. So I think the threshold, like Little Known Perfection said, I think it just increased the deficit further than what it would have been. But I don't think it really necessarily ruined the game. I think that was Look at this interception. It doesn't matter, bro. Georgia's does this good. Georgia's does this good, man. Kiso with the pick in the end zone. I just think it was terrible play calling too, man. Like, what was that? I understand. Down, take a shot. Pavel Frederick, and you can't blame it being on Sim here. This is the play of the cornerback. Look at him making the play. Pavel Frederick's got like the best hands in the college series. The catching rating has been improved to 55 on the sliders. So you can't even say, like how, like they just got outplayed. That's how it's looking like to me. And I think that the slight changes that we made could have probably prevented it from being this bad of a beatdown, but it looked like Georgia was going to be the team from the get-go.
Hey man, watch the boot.
There goes a run to the outside. Cam Perkins, look, man, even on 50 threshold, the guy is still running for huge chunks of yards. It's just Georgia, man. I think it was just Georgia. Too many turnovers for Alabama. Couldn't take care of the football. Bad play calling, running the football when they were down heavy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on, Rob?
Oh, what's going on, man?
Let's see who got
your stream right now.
Rob attending the stream.
Yeah, I'm infiltrating the stream right now, man.
Infiltrating.
This is backwards.
You said what?
This is backwards right now.
This is backwards?
This is backwards. You gotta tell these people what it is, man.
What's that?
Oh. 10 threshold? 10 speed threshold?
It's 10 speed threshold? Yeah. I mean,
bro.
I don't feel that was the determining factor, bro.
You know I respect, bro. You know I respect the threshold, bro. You know I respect your sliders, bro.
Uh-huh.
But anybody who plays Madden, bro, knows that 10 speed threshold is like arcade.
Okay, but let's say this. First of all, Alabama
breaks the game.
Let me say this though, Rob. First of all, Alabama. Let's think about this. Look at the players that Alabama's got on the team, speed-wise. If anybody would have benefited from speed threshold being turned up like that, it would have been Bama. They got Henry Ruggs still on the roster, which he shouldn't be there. Pavel Frederick with good speed.
We're not going to speculate. We're after this game, we're going to go to the rosters and look at the speed and match the speed versus each other.
I'm not speculating. Wait till you see.
Alabama has the faster team than Georgia. I think Georgia has the faster team.
Okay, we can get a look at that.
And I'm going to show you. I'm going to show all the rest of these people in here who don't understand how threshold works, bro. Because speed threshold. Look, I played Madden, and this is just a great conversation, man. We're not mad at each other, guys. This is just entertainment. The game is over, okay? But, like, if you guys know who Perryman is in the Baltimore Ravens a few, however many years ago. Yeah. The tall 6'6" dude with 99 speed or whatever. Dree Archers, right? Those guys. In those leagues, if you put speed threshold down to 20 or 10, those guys are unstoppable, right? Mm-hmm. And that's just for the wide receiver position. We're not talking about the difference between the speed from the halfback to the defensive line. Now, yes, it is supposed to work in the favor of both teams, and so I understand that argument. But and I do think, and I'm going to say this because I'm real. I do think that Georgia probably is the better team in this series than Bama. I can say that confidently, right? Mm-hmm. But what I'm talking about is the fact that this was not even a competitive game in the slightest, and I feel that it's because the threshold and the stamina were so far apart from each other that it forced Bama to not even compete, and I think that's where we're going wrong here. I'm okay with Bama with the Bulldogs winning. I'm okay with that. Georgia's a great team, man. They have a ton of prospects who have great builds. The issue here is that Bama should not be this bad to where they're.
What we're going to do, though, Rob, to talk about this even more. Okay, you're talking about the speed aspect, and we're going to look at the plays. I'm going to look back at the plays that they made that cost them this game, and you tell me. We're going to have a discussion for you to try to elaborate on why it was a threshold that made Bama call the plays that they did make the bad reads that they did.
No, Smitty, you're not going to tie me into that one because you're going to win that conversation there. Because we both agree the playbooks suck, and I've been telling you, let's change the playbooks for these guys.
We're really not even calling the game right now. Literally, this game's over.
Change the playbooks, take the Jets off these guys. Let's change the playbooks. I even told you today. I said, hey man, they didn't even change the playbooks in the mind. So maybe we should change that around. I've been wanting to change the playbooks, man. I'm an advocate for that.
I feel it would make it worse though. I feel like that they at least did something to make them call more college-like plays to an extent, because I have seen read option and we wouldn't see any of that if we went with the NFL playbooks, because I've even tested that and saw that when I went into franchise mode. So that's the only reason why I'm hesitant about that. But
this game is over, guys. Like the whole highlight should just be Georgia.
Yeah, this is like an extra podcast here tonight. That's what this game is right now.
I'm mad because I was fuzzy. I saw you the screens. I was fuzzy earlier, and I think it's because I didn't pay my Discord bill. And I just got a message. They just said, "Oh, you can't validate your Discord," so I couldn't view it in 1080. So I was viewing it in like 460. So I was like, "Oh man, that's what happened." So I'm a little disappointed in that because I really wanted to call the game, obviously. But
I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, you're glad I didn't. Yeah, you're glad I didn't call this. Rest in peace. Where's the bell? Go ahead and hit the bell right now, man. This is just insane, man. But I do have some feelings about this, though, man.
I know, and it was your team, man.
Yeah, it's my team.
I know you feel bad by it, so it's definitely a little something extra with it. But look, man.
Yeah.
I think y'all would have still. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, man. Every test game, I knew after like the 4th or 5th test game with Georgia winning that I'd say about 98% that Georgia was going to win this game. But not like this.
Guys, look, you guys know, man. I know guys think it's funny because Mick's always talking. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some one-ups on Mick's now in the chat, man. Like I get it, but last week someone asked me who you think's coming out the SEC, and I said, I think that Georgia's coming out of the SEC. It's not that I think that Georgia's not. That Bama is better than Georgia. I don't think that. I love Bama, but I know that Georgia in this RFL College Series is the better team. And you can go quote me for that. I said SEC is going to be Georgia's. I said that. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about the competitiveness. You know what I mean? Like I feel that the tweak to the slider made it a not competitive game, and Bama just gets absolutely annihilated.
And that's kind of what we were talking about with little unknown perfection. I think in the chat when he was saying, I think the difference was the sliders didn't change what would have happened. I think it just made the deficit greater, and I definitely do agree with that. I feel like look, I'm not going to say that the threshold wasn't a little bit of the problem, but I wouldn't say it was a great issue. I feel like if we look at the plays that were made that put up the points in this game, there was only two bomb plays, but technically one where he cooked the defense and he was wide open, and that was to Brock Melton earlier in this game. But you look at the rest of the game, and look at that. I mean, that's just bad decision. But you look at the rest of the game when he made that other catch over the defender, he just made the play.
So when did we see a tackle for a loss for a fumble on a halfback this college series?
We've definitely seen some tackle for loss.
No, we see tackle for losses, but the ones for the fumbles, though, going the other direction. I think that was the first one we seen. Right?
What, a fumble getting scooped and scored?
No, for a halfback coming out of the backfield on a toss play. We've seen the tackles, right? We've seen tackle for losses, plenty. But we haven't seen that for, a touchdown. So I thought that was something that was realistic, to the game. And I thought the interception was realistic to the game. And there were some things that were just realistic with the play of Bama. I really think that was realistic. Yeah. And we haven't seen that, in the series, So I do like how it was opened up because I I like all Madden, you know what I mean? I like simulation, but because of the series, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, man, it's just that I just wish it had played
more competitive. I do too.
You guys can't look. You guys cannot tell me that 38 in the first quarter against the number 2 team, who we were just saying last week is one of the best defenses. You know what I mean? You can't tell me that. I don't care what
if you look at it though, Rob, also points wise, where was most of Georgia's points scored?
I mean, yeah, I get it.
From the defense. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even say that Bama's defense technically failed them. I think they started falling apart later on in this game. I just feel that what happened was the terrible play calls and decisions. I think that's what it came down to. Honestly, those 38 points, I would say about half of those points, probably more than half of those points came from a turnover, from the defense. And even the offensive points that they scored, it was because their defense made a play to give the offense excellent field position.
Another thing, too, is like, look, like I said in the chat, man, I'm not a follower, you know what I mean? I don't just jump on the wagon. And this is nothing to the RFL fans. I love you guys, man. I care about your opinions and your feelings.
100 yards for Cam Perkins.
Yeah, it's nice. If you guys like the sliders, I'm cool with it. But I think about the other guy, the other teams, not just these two teams. And I think CP said it well, or someone said it, test it with other teams, you know what I mean, and see what happens. But I just don't want to see this, man. Like, I don't want to see this, over the whole season, bro. That's gonna be so boring, especially if like teams that are good just start getting destroyed. You know what I mean, like this, because whether you like Bama or not, they're good. You know what I mean, and we can check that just by looking at the roster. So I just don't want it to see it like the other teams. Like, what if Miami gets handled like this?
You know what I'm going to say, though, Rob? I feel I have to say this. I think what Sim is doing with this stuff is it's actually showing how good the teams are with the players. I honestly think that's the truth.
Madden's going to do that. All Madden's going to do that.
Yeah, I feel, and that's the reason why we changed it from Sim to arcade in the first place, because we were seeing teams not even putting up 20 points. But let's be honest, this class is full of nothing but defensive studs. A lot of 90s plus overall submitted guys, and like then for the guys who are making plays on the offensive side of the ball, like you can see Georgia right now. Look at their skill position. It's full of and stacked with guys. Alabama's already handicapped because Najee Harris doesn't have any speed. Even if it was at default, he was not about to have a good game running all over this defense. And
I think that's definitely a cause for concern with the halfback as well. And I think that what's happened, I do believe that even though CP is killing me right now with this exposes the weak, it exposes the weak. Whatever, you ain't got to call Bama weak. Worry about your weak zone, brother. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, man. Hey, look, I understand what you're saying there, because I see the same thing happen with Miami and the whole Ray Brown situation. Obviously the speed of him, hurt the team, hurt the offense. You see they put the fast guy in with Amir, and, so I get that, man. So it's just gonna be interesting, man. Don't change these sliders though.
Yeah, I'm changing them. I'm not changing them too much.
Don't change them.
I'm not changing them too much at all
right now.
Oh no.
I want somebody else to fill it on Thursday.
It's definitely going to be changed in terms of the threshold, because I still, like I said, it wasn't a huge issue. Right. The only reason the threshold is going to be changed is because, granted, there was still a wide open touchdown where dude just got cooked, and that's not going. It does happen. But it's not going to happen that bad, especially against a Bama defender like that has a pretty decent overall. That's not going to happen like that. So that's the only thing I'm going to change here. If anything, I still have to try to find ways to make it college-like with points, though. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm trying to mess with the threshold. Was trying to, but I feel like the threshold probably just don't want to mess with that at all, like I predicted before. But, the threshold makes you make bigger plays. I liked arcade. But the problem with arcade was just it ruined other aspects of the game. Defense couldn't make plays, and there was no interceptions. You know what I'm saying? So that was the biggest issue. Quarterbacks was completing everything. And so I'm trying to make it where it plays arcadey, and we get the same results, but realistic results. You get what I'm saying? Like, I want it to be 30s and 40s like how it was with arcade, but I want the quarterbacks to actually throw realistic percentages. I want the running backs, I want the defenses actually able to make picks and make plays on the defense side of the ball. And we've seen that here from these sliders on Sim, which tells me, like, we're not going back to arcade ever. But I need to figure something out that's going to make it where on simulation, these guys are going to be able to put up points, man. And honestly, like I said, what it comes down to, once again, I'm going to reiterate it. I think what the issue is, I don't think there's no issue with the base sliders. I think what the problem is, it's just the teams are that good on defense. Like, it really might be the case. I have nothing else that I can even think of on why these teams, are not scoring as much points but that. And I think that's the truth. But that's the end of the game. Cam Perkins get player of the game, over 200 yards rushing. 52-3 is the final. Alabama gets scraped.
Hey, yo, this is great. This is crazy. Go ahead.
I was about to say, and the crazy thing about this is that I could have sworn Georgia was going to break the most amount of points scored in the series so far, but they only get 52.
They were going to put up 80. I was worried they were going to put up 80. I just saw 45. I'm like, oh, it's going to be 90 by the end of the game.
Guys, had over 500 yards of total offense, man. That was pretty bad. Let's go. Hey, let's continue this conversation. Let's break this game down. Okay. Bama got smacked.
I can't see your screen, man, obviously, because I'm having a little issue right now. But,
okay. Do you want me to screen share it at a lower quality?
Yeah,
see
maybe
that works. Yeah, let's see if that works. So, real quick.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that might.
Yeah, let me try to see if that works. So let me get this set with Rob. We'll have our little stats and breakdowns right now. Okay, the thing was still streaming.
Oh, the whole time it was streaming?
Yeah. You want me to put it at 480 or?
Yeah, what's the middle range? Is there like a
720? Yeah, got 720
here. Put the 720, yeah.
Okay, so boom, I got you on that. Can you see it?
Ah, there we go. Okay. Yeah.
All right, cool. Sorry. So first off, let's go look at the stats here, okay? Kai Cash was still high on these throws, but yeah, he was still cashing out. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. McCall though, you know, like even when we had the arcade, bro, both the quarterbacks were killing, you know. So this showed realism right here. McCall, 18-32, 56% realistic. Look, even I would still even say it was realistic for Kai Cash despite the high game percentage. He still only had 284 yards. You know, most arcade, what was they throwing? 300, 400 yards, touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? And he's so this I still would say is real. He just had an excellent game. So I would say this is real. This stat line between these quarterbacks, that's real. 3 interceptions though for McCall, that's tough. The running game, what I would say for this with the sliders is I feel like he definitely would have probably had a 100-yard game, but I think that he had extra yards.
Rest in peace to Najee Harris.
Yeah, look at Najee, man. I might actually have to get in. Because he is not that slow, bro. We're going to look at the stat.
He's not that slow.
We can't look at the ratings?
No, we can't look at the ratings.
We can't look at the ratings here. Dang. We'll probably exit. Oh, no, I can't
bro,
exit the game.
He's not slow, bro. I'm telling you.
He's not slow. I don't know why they got him.
That's not just coming from a Bama fan, but they got my man out here jogging, bro. And he's not slow at all.
They got him slow as I don't know what.
I think he's been nerfed.
Yeah, I think that Perkins really took off extra because of the speed threshold. So I'll say that was a speed threshold issue right there. Receiving wise, these are realistic stats for receivers. You know what I'm saying? Brock Melton just had a big game, 155 yards. He had 3 of the touchdowns, all 3 of the touchdowns by Kai Cash. But yeah, but we can even look back at these plays that he made though, and they were real. You know, so I mean it's crazy. Pablo Frederick, he got lucky. 2 of these catches were big plays, but they happened because Madden glitched out the corner and they could have made a play on the ball but didn't. So nothing really to talk about there in terms of slider related. Defense, I mean, look at this. Yeah, interceptions in this game, all Georgia, unfortunately. But let's see, we had sacks in this game. So I mean, the pressure was still getting there. I think everything was good here. Let's look at the pass deflections. Way more pass deflections than we were getting before, you know. That's a plus.
Well, now the speed of the players is definitely kicking in now, so I mean that makes sense. You know?
Yeah, but if you look at the plays, we'll still break these plays down. I don't think like when we had it on arcade, there was probably like 1 to 2 plays where it was actually a 2-man animation for pass breakup. You get what I'm saying? We saw more than that in this game, and so that showed me that, you know, I think that you get those animations more so from it being on simulation as opposed to arcade, because I think that's why the receivers were catching everything, because they were getting the animations in their favor from arcade to make the plays to put up the points. So that's just my argument towards that. But I mean, nothing really else to talk about there with the stats. So let's go ahead and get a look at these plays here, man. 31 points in the first quarter. I mean, I'm gonna kind of speed through these. I'm not going to look at the defenses and everything. I'm just looking to see what happened here. Now, this is just a great play, man. You know, throws that in the zone. That's just a great play. I don't see that.
Hey, go back to that. Go ahead. Oh, that was just a pass. That wasn't.
Yeah, I don't see that being speed related at all.
Where's Blaylock at?
He's right here. He's running a double move. Look at that.
Come back to him. Come back to him though. Come back to the line of scrimmage.
He's right here off the edge.
Oh, he's just not even,
Yeah. So post, I mean, this is going to be open on a cover 3 when you throw it like that. You know what I'm saying? Right in the space between the safety and the corner. So that's a good play. We're just looking at the big, like going to break down the big plays here. Here goes a tackle for loss. Let's see if we get something from this loss.
Let me see that fumble. Okay, yeah.
Oh, what happened here? What's going on? Okay. Well, that was just a sack. Sack fumble. All right, let's look at this play. This is a big play for Bama. And he went to Braden Dunn. And that's just a good play. It was there. He struck on it, you know?
Yeah, it's just attacking the zones.
Don't see nothing wrong with that. Now, this was a fumble, and this was just a realistic play. He just took a big hit, fumbled, scooped, and scored. I think that was just a bad play call with Najee Harris. He ain't had the speed, got crushed, and that was it. So let's look at this interception. Now, this is realism because we weren't getting no incompletions and bad passes, you know. But where it wasn't real is where is this ball going? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know where it's
I
going.
don't know where that's
nobody.
going. He tried to put air on that, and even if he tried to put air on that there's nobody around here. And that's just a good play. We weren't seeing any of this on arcade, you know? So that's the plus with simulation. So that's just nothing really to break down there. Okay, next play. Now this is where it's still just a good play. I wouldn't even say the speed threshold did anything there. Broke the tackle, got in the end zone, touchdown, you know? Let's see.
It's just so, you know, I think it's because the difference between the teams, and I think it's because, you know, obviously Georgia, you know, has the better team, and I think that it's definitely separated the gap, you know, obviously between the two teams, you know, which I get, I get it, you know, it's just that Bama just didn't compete at all. That's just kind of nuts to me.
But this play right here, just look at this, man. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Was it really too much the sliders or just the game having Bama do dumb stuff? I mean, look at this.
Yeah,
What is that? That's not slider related.
Go back for a second. What did he do here? Yeah, that's just Madden being dumb, man.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing
clearly.
open here. You probably could have took this throw right here, but you know that would have had to been right on the move. And he saw the dude coming down. He can't throw this because it's too long of a throw. The corner's there. Can't throw that. He could probably throw it on the line, but still he's going to break on that. Throw the ball away. Why would you throw it there out of all places? If anything, I would have took this. You know what I'm saying? I would have probably took this.
Yeah.
That's your best bet right now. The safety, the cornerback's too high, and you're going to choose to throw it right there? You know, crazy. Then let's look at this, a sack play. I think the sack plays that are going to have replays is the best way to look at it.
What's McCall's awareness, man?
Can't check it right now, unfortunately.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
We're going to probably have to look at that after the game. Man, I wish we had the things to look at, man.
Yeah. All good.
Yeah, nothing I can really do here. And then look at this. Look at the play call. What is this? 4 verticals. This don't work. Nothing there. Oh, wait, okay, not 4 verticals. They ran the comebacks on the outside.
Hey, I just know the coverage in this game is some of the best coverage I've seen in this whole series, though, man. You know what I'm saying? I think we're back to the defense. Yeah, and I like defense having the coverage, man. You know, like we're back to the defense having the coverage and everything. It's just that trying to find the sweet spot so that the defense is just not shutting down everything. Like I know everybody wants to be great on defense, bro, but it's just not realistic for the defense to shut down every single thing and it to be one-sided in favor of one team every game, bro. It's not realistic. There has to be blowouts, but there also has to be back and forth play, you know, between teams and. You know, and I mean, yeah, you know, the greater teams should be better. You know, bro, you know, I talk up Miami, man. Like I think Miami defense should be dominating way more than it is, and I actually think that it's dominating through sliders. You know, and I told you that. You know, like yo, they only lost by 6 points, man. They got probably the best defense. You know, but you know, it's just that it's not realistic for I don't feel it's realistic for. You know, and not to be at least a competition, man, between two. It's not like Bama's terrible, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you know, and I'm not just saying that as a Bama fan, but I know when I say it, people are gonna be like, oh, he just likes Bama. Like, no, man. Like they're not terrible. They should compete, man. You know, like.
I mean, and even look at this though, Rob. I mean, looking at this play.
Yeah.
That post is wide open right here.
Yeah.
So it's not like.
But it might be McCall's awareness now. Like, because now that
No,
it's all on
this is
Madden,
cash. This is cash.
Oh,
He's
this is
got
cash.
that. You know what I'm saying? Like that ball should have been thrown. So it wasn't even like Georgia wasn't getting shafted on some plays possibly too because of due to realism. He probably wasn't looking that way based off the game.
Do you think it's because of this DT right here though? Because what does
That
he
ball
have,
should have been thrown right here.
It should
No
have
pressure.
Been, but you know the quarterback freezes up in the pocket. We got to look at Kai's traits on that to see what does he have. What is it when you're in the pocket? The pocket pressure. They're under pressure. Is it idle, ideal, conservative? You know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
but even for that, there's no pressure here. There's still no pressure here yet. The ball should have been out.
But
Still should have been out.
Madden, bro. Bro, you know Madden. The animation is right where that DT is right there, bro. You know how bad it does, bro. Like, yeah, there is no pressure there, but technically that's Madden pressure right there.
I don't think, even though I know sometimes, I would say it depends if it's close enough. Like this, I don't feel Madden registered this as pressure. They didn't, and even so, even if they did, look how late that is. You know what I mean? He's already ran his post. There's no reason that this ball shouldn't have been thrown.
That's true. That's true.
So that wasn't even a pressure thing. He just didn't throw the ball.
Yeah.
That's just and that's a realistic thing because it made it seem as if he didn't see the player open. Maybe he wasn't the main read. And typically, let me go back to that because typically I run this play sometimes where you got the spot route in the post over the middle. The main read is this. You know, the main read is that flag. Actually, did he motion? Yeah, he had to motion. He motioned the receiver here. The main read is the spot, right? That's covered. Next read is honestly the flag or the flats, which would be the flag, which would be the flat right here because it's open. But then look at the cornerback right here.
Yeah, I see.
He comes down. So by that time,
I mean, the main read is over the middle though. I mean, the main read, the original read is what you said. The number 83 is the main read. Secondary is 17. But the official read though is 86, man. Clearly.
But this is what I'm saying. The reason why this happened though is like, I would say this would be open. This would get shafted. But this is a realistic play. If this was arcade, they would have registered that was open immediately. He would probably threw it without going through reads. You get what I'm saying? Now looking at it on sim. You know, he's going through the reads. He's going through a real read. Boom, not there. Boom, it's there. But now my man's coming down. I can't throw the flag. He's over the top. And look, by the time you make all that, dude's in your face. Yeah. And this is the last read on this play. Yeah. So I see why that sack happened. You know, and I think that on sim, it's making the plays, like I said, the reads and the progressions and stuff like that more realistic. Let's look at this play here. Another play that should have probably been thrown. You know what I'm saying? And he does throw this, but it's too late. It's too late, but it was wide open. It's just, you know what I mean? Good protection in the pocket. And honestly, if this happens, then what had to have happened is that this angle route was not the main read. And I'm looking at the, trying to look at what everyone else is running here.
That's just still just terrible defense, man.
Yeah, and what?
Terrible.
Look at the zone.
Like, look at it. Go back for a second.
This is man.
Go. Okay, so look. All right. So first of all, look at the check. Terrible check right there. So he knows it's man. So all right. So he's gonna check him.
Which player are you talking about here?
With the tape on, taking 83.
Taking 83.
Yeah, like this. Oh no, he doesn't check. Okay, never mind. No. Okay, he got checked. He got cross pattern. So that's good. Yeah. That's good. Safety is back deep.
Yeah, honestly, I think that was based off the defense. That's a real play. Yeah, that was actually a real play because he had to get down to chuck this dude, and then that slowed him up because what happened is the running back got beat here. You see, like look at the linebacker. He's flowing out with him. We already know, Cam Perkins elusive. He's going to cook him, and this is where I say the threshold probably boosted it a little bit. Yeah. I still think he would have beat him on this play, but probably not this bad. The separation on this was just yeesh. And then he got even more separation from 15, but that's not where he's supposed to be. You get what I'm saying? He's supposed to be in the middle of the field, and so he can't be here. And I think what the problem is on why this play happened in the first place is because there's no pass rush. Look at this. No one with any pass rush. So that's just good protection.
I don't think anybody accounted for the running back either there, though, man, because he just got burned on that play. Man.
Yeah. And that's just straight man. It's like in man-to-man, you line up on the running back. He beats you. You have nothing. You know, it's over. So that's just what happened. Look at this, 4 verts. Now look at this play right here. That's just a play getting made. No, he's over the top. He ain't putting no hands on him or anything. Yeah, that's a good play. That should have been a touchdown just about. Nah, he's out. But yeah, that's just a good play. That was the one bomb that I was talking about that I didn't include with the threshold. Then this just a touchdown, blocks, speed threshold probably helped him get around the edge, but even he probably would have still beat him anyway. He's got the speed for it. And here goes the play that I was talking about that was from the speed threshold. Now, granted, he cooked him on this route, though. Look at this. He cooked him on this route. Fried him. But look, the throw deep, speed threshold's got this separate. Look at the separation, though. He is frying him. And he honestly, looking at
who's
that.
That number 80? Number 80, and what's the number 2? Number 80 and number 2. We got to check that. I want to check that.
Matter of fact, do you have your game up right now? I'm about to say you can talk about the sliders, about what the attributes are, and we can look at it that way.
I don't have the game up right now.
Okay,
I can try to open it up real quick. You just do your breakdown right now, and I'll try to see if I can load it.
Yeah, this is going to be an extra long game here. A weird one it was. But you see, he just got fried here. And I was saying that the threshold probably made him get cooked this bad. But like even look at it. Yeah, he got fried. But he cooked him so bad on the route. And even when he catches this ball, what's the separation? That's about a 5 to 6 yard gap. That's realistic. That's realistic. So even the threshold to that point, I mean, he still would have made this play. There was no help over the top. He still would have made this play no matter what the threshold was, because he would have killed him on the route. I know for a fact that Brock Melton's got high route running, and the defensive back wasn't ready for it. So, you know, he fried City. Nothing he could do there. Looking at his sack here.
Fried chicken.
Yeah, fried chicken, man. Now, he could hit the drag here.
Yeah.
Look at this. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Pressure. Now, that's pressure. That's why I think that this game literally came down to Georgia just owning Bama. Because, I mean, look at this. He should have been throwing this drag, but the main read is not there. The main read, I already know what this is. It's that verticals play where the main read is the guy over the middle, which is Pablo Frederick. None of that's open right now. But if anything, you should look at the next available guy, which would be the guy in the flats. But like you alluded to earlier, now pressure's in his face. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's trying to, oh, look, he's got the check down. He's actually making the best read. You know, that's there. And this is the best read, because if he throws it to him, he makes the catch. He's got space. He can get up the field. All he has to do is outrun this guy. But, of course, that's not going to happen. It's Najee Harris in this college series, not looking good. And he gets sacked. So, break down on that. You know, I mean, honestly, I think this all comes down to it all is making sense. You just didn't wish, you know, I think that it actually just elevated it more, you know. And some other things to think about, too. I mean, even look at this. Run by Najee Harris. Trotting. What is this? It's slow, man. They got my man too slow. Let's go ahead and look at this. That's the right read all day. I think that's the main read of this play, too. Is this deep crosser. Play action.
I'm still here. I'm just loading up this thing. I want
yeah, I'm just talking with the guys watching right now. Hey, look at this. That's the right read. That's the right read. Play action, in the end zone, touchdown. Now, this is where I said, and I agree with, I might as well call him Carlton Scruggs, because I know that little known perfection. That's him. He created him. But this is where I agree with him, where I said, I feel like the sliders at best, if anything, all it did was increase the separation because of the deficit. Because look at this. Probably if this was not on 10 threshold, by the time he made that cut, this defender would have been here already making this tackle probably. And he probably would not have been able to get those extra yards in the end zone for a touchdown. You know,
that threshold though, man, I still think that I mean, we're gonna see, man. Like I say, leave it, but like anybody who's played this game, man, I'm not trying to make people who don't understand threshold or people who are just talking in chat don't know what they're talking about. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but 10 threshold, bro, this is just, you can prove that anybody who does sliders, bro, 10 threshold is game breaking. and everyone knows that. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know what you guys are talking about with that right there. I can't really agree with that, but you know, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just speaking truth, man. You know, I'm not making this up or just coming off the top of my head with this. Like, you can literally research speed threshold, and people will tell you if you put speed threshold down to 10, you're breaking the game. Like, it's gonna be in favor of the faster team. That's facts right there. And I'll debate anybody on that. You know what I'm saying? With that, you know.
Yeah, and that's, you know, and you know, I agree with you on that. You know, the main reason why I do is because I was saying the same stuff before I made this change.
I don't think so, Jermaine Taylor, man. I don't want to. You're free to talk how you want to talk, man. It's cool, but like, that's not an excuse, bro. And I don't think the same thing. No one's saying that Bama should be beating the brakes off Georgia. No one's gonna say, oh, they beat Georgia and Georgia's weak. No, like even I said, if you listen to the podcast, like I said, that Georgia is a great team, man. I said that they probably would win the SEC. We're not saying that, bro. We're just saying that Bama didn't compete. If you watch the whole game, you'll know that Bama didn't even compete until he changed the slider at the very last minute when they had already lost. And that's the issue I have. Like the RFL is built on competitiveness. You know what I mean? And yeah, teams lose. I get it, but that was not even competitive. Like, even the blowouts that we've seen look way better than that. The blowout with Leo Moon, right? That looked way better. That was more realistic than this blowout here. You know what I mean? Like, this is by far the worst performance from a team that I've seen. You know, and because look at Leo Moon still had a great game in his blowout. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They competed. You see what I'm saying? But Bama didn't compete at all in this game, man. You know, like, what? I don't know if you guys are paying attention to this like I do, man. But I actually pay attention to this. Yeah. But that's just me, man. You know? let me load up these rosters here, man.
For real, you know, and I agree for the most part. But every single test game, even with different thresholds, Bama did not compete, bro. So it's almost, I don't know, man. I still feel, I just got a feeling from all these tests and everything that Georgia was bound to blow out Bama, bro.
I mean, Jacob McCall has 90 awareness.
Yeah. 90
Jacob
awareness.
McCall, you have 90 awareness, dude.
But what threshold, what attribute, what slider is affecting or impairing him from making the wrong reads? There's nothing. He's actually got to increase with the accuracy being back to the base of 50. So where is the, you know what I mean? Where is the issue?
What was that dude that cooked that dude? Was it 80? Number 80 on Georgia?
Yeah, it was 80 on Georgia, Brock Melton, and the defensive back that was in cover was number 2. I think that's 13.
So Brock Melton has 99 speed. I just want to say that.
Yeah.
And 85 acceleration.
Mm-hmm. And what does 13 have?
It's probably got to be.
He probably got like 90. But let's even put that into perspective going back to that play. Okay? Well, he cooked him on his play, right?
Speed is going to cook him.
Yeah. But look at the gap on a route that he cooked him in. It's only a 5-yard gap.
Well, 13 has 86 speed and 90 acceleration.
Look,
so he's going to be nuts all day.
Let's look at this, though. 86 speed with 99 acceleration already getting cooked, right?
Yeah,
he cooks him on a route.
But the speed threshold, though, immediately eliminates anybody from playing. Like, bro, okay, so I get it. Like, 99 speed, oh, man, he's fast. He's going to burn this dude. But even in real life with that kind of speed, though, you know what I'm saying? Like these players will actually still play some kind of defense, bro.
I get what you're saying, but the part where I'm not agreeing with it on this is because when was he able to make the play? He got killed from the route on top of the speed. There was no way for him to make a play here. And then even when he gets
88 awareness, Lito.
Yeah, and even when he got cooked, look at the separation. This is only a 5 to 10 to 6 yard gap with a 10 speed threshold. So if threshold was really that much of a factor, he wouldn't even have been this close.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so where was threshold really the issue, you know, with this game going the way it did?
I don't know, man. I just, you know, like, I mean, you know, it's hard to understand. I just know that the down to 10 though, bro, like threshold down to 10, and then stamina. It just, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna sit here and act like I'm a.
No, I get what you're saying. Slider. You're pretty much trying to say,
I've been
like,
dealing with it for years though, bro. I know that, like, We don't even put the threshold down at 10 unless you got the, unless you got your own little offline branch,
and
online
what I can
branch,
say is I understand it. I understand it. But I'm saying, like, if you look at the game, I don't think that Bama wasn't competitive mainly because of the sliders. I don't think they were competitive because of the sliders. I think they weren't competitive because they made the wrong plays, and Georgia was that good. I honestly think.
One of my mods to delete that, man.
What happened?
We don't even want you wishing on us like that, brother. I should ban you.
What somebody say something?
This league going downhill. What?
Who said that?
Nick Vance. What?
Yeah, get him out of here.
Don't even get him out of here, mods, please.
I mean, is he really saying it like that though, or is he?
Let's just say the rest of this for the podcast, man. I don't want people thinking this is like some negative stuff going on here, man. This is just a conversation about Madden sliders and the RFL, man. That's all it is. It's nothing. We're doing great, man. What in the world?
I think he's just talking. I see him from earlier speeches. He was just talking about, but still, I don't know if he meant it in that way. But we'll just take that out. I don't think he meant it in that way from looking at his earlier talks.
Words out of the yard, man. You know what I mean?
Said 1 and 2 shouldn't be like. I agree, but if you're looking at the breakdown, and I do agree with you here, Nick Vance. We definitely know that Madden's got some bad inconsistencies. That's for sure. But one thing, of course, Madden is not going to do is it's definitely not going to simulate college football perfect.
Another thing too, man, is that and I think that I watched the Discord and I saw Darius say this today. He said that people are getting too hyped over people too early on, and I do agree with that. We all are guilty of that, getting too hyped early on because we do change the slider. We are trying to fix the sliders, and we are trying to figure out who's who and what's what. And so I get it, man. You know what I mean? But this is still only week 3, so we don't even know if Georgia even is going to be the number 1 team. They haven't played everybody, and then we don't even know if Bama's even in the discussion. You know what I mean? So obviously, when we figure out what we're going to do with the sliders, and we can see something consistently going, week to week.
Yeah, and just for another thing for Nick, bro, if there was an NCAA, a recent NCAA, we would not be on Madden with this.
Oh yeah, we would be on Madden. Yeah, no.
Don't think that we wouldn't be on the latest NCAA.
Yeah, we'd be on NCAA.
You know what I mean? Don't think we'd be on Madden over that. We wouldn't. Yeah. The only reason that we're not
if there was a better game than Madden, we would be on that. There is no better game than Madden.
But this is what we're not going to do. We're definitely not going to hop on NCAA 14 because it's too old. And people can sit there and say, well, it's still a good game. It's still this and that. Let's be honest, from a business standpoint, right? You want to try to grow your channel. You want to try to get views. Who's going to be looking up NCAA 14? People can say, oh, I look up NCAA 14 all the time. No one looks up NCAA 14 enough as the latest game. That's why we go to the next Madden. As much as people can talk trash about how bad Madden 20 was, as much as people can talk bad about how bad, the new Madden is, there are still going to be more people who are going to search for the latest game than the old, no matter how great it was.
Right.
So that is why we can't afford to make a move like that, because it's just how it is. Let's be real. Nobody wants to look at the old stuff. If you look at all the vintage gamers in the first place, they have a certain niche of players, but that's it. They have a niche. When you have a late and up to date game, you got more than just a niche. You got everyone who's interested in and likes the latest stuff searching that up. So you are more susceptible to get more viewers and more people to find out about what you're about if it's the latest game. So that's why that's why we do this currently on Madden right now than NCAA. But best believe, if there was an NCAA on up to date NCAA right now, we would be on it. Because honestly, that's what this is. Once we get to Madden 21 with this, we're moving on to that.
It's okay to be retro with your gear, man. You can wear the fanny pack if you want, everything, you know what I mean, or whatever. But with these games and stuff, man, media stuff, man, we can't be out here like no one's rocking VHS because it was really dope back in the day, man. You know what I'm saying? People, nobody's even doing DVDs no more. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely got to move with the times.
Yeah, and that's all it's about, man. You can't stay on an old game. If you want to progress, if you want to reach, you want to have a reach out there to new people, you can't stay on an old game. That's just how it is. But yeah, I think that's all we got to cover, man. Yeah, we did a breakdown. We already see what we're gonna do with the stats and everything. Excited and happy for everyone who stayed here, man. Appreciate you guys for watching this tough game. Final score: Georgia 52-3. Unfortunately, this is going to have to stand how it is. I still, of course, feel like I think everyone at this point just about knew Georgia was going to win the game, especially with the testing stats that I told you about Georgia winning all of them.
Oh, look at Najee Harris. Let me tell him Najee Harris' speed.
What is his speed, man? I need to know this.
I gotta check what his
check the Excel too.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. Hold on one sec. I'll scroll to him.
And 52-3 isn't bad in college-wise, but
bro,
for Bama and Georgia,
bro, come on, bro, they got 83 speed.
83. Oh no.
Come on,
they're doing Najee
and his
dirty.
acceleration is 95, so you know that's wrong.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to
Ain't
juice
no
him up.
way,
There's no
bro.
way. Najee Harris is not that slow.
Ain't
If
no
anybody
way,
has a
bro.
problem with that, with me having to boost this guy's speed, check his highlight tape out.
That
And
is
you let me know if
hilarious,
he's slow.
bro.
I'm just gonna say that.
First,
But as for Nick
great.
Vance, he's saying about the revamp. That's still NCAA 14 though. You know, it's not the latest graphics. It may be the latest thing, but it's still an old game. You know, like not too many people are still gonna. I don't think still a lot of people are gonna look that up. You know, it's just not a good move. And honestly, and this is another thing towards this. I know I'm extending this game here, but this is another thing towards this argument. Not only do people search up the latest game, they want the latest look. You know what I'm saying?
I just got my bad, Smitty. I just want y'all to know that Najee Harris, first of all, ran a 4.3, and a shuttle was 4.16. I just want y'all to know that, and you can go look that up online, man. He's not slow by any means.
That's going to have to be addressed, bro. 'Cause I saw it even last year in the college series, man.
Yeah,
it's terrible. And I mean, I see Nick really trying to push for it, but man, look, they can update the graphics all they want. It's still on an old engine, and it's not going to look as good as Madden. You know, like people aren't going to want to see it. And you know, I still think the revamped college series is a great thing. I think it's a great thing. If I could get my hands on it to play it, if I had the time, I definitely would. It's good, but it's, you know, it's just not what we're looking for right now for college. Yeah, it's just it's not touching the Madden graphics, man. And we're gonna have to sometimes gotta sacrifice some things. We gotta sacrifice some idiotic plays, for it to, reach new eyes. And that's just how it is, man. And that's where the sliders come into effect, while we got to keep working on those. And it's hard to do that, when Madden is constantly making patch after patch and change after change, because we have to change with them. So, but I honestly think that, that's just the best move for us. But all right, guys, man,
let me infiltrate, man.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's all good, man.
I saw it getting kind of crazy, man. So I was like, let me just jump in here.
Oh no, I wasn't even. I just wanted to talk about that stuff during the game too, just so we can while the game was going on, they could see,
But also to know
happening.
that we're friends, man. Like I want y'all, like people need to know that in the chat. Like we're friends, yo. Like we live and eat, sleep, breathe, and this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So like I want y'all to ever see us, talking on the chat, man. We're literally like laugh out loud, what I'm saying? It's not
no arguments, straight debates.
Straight to it, man. We call, he tell me like it is, I tell him like it is what it is, man. RFL forever, man.
Tough loss here for Bama, man. Hopefully,
tough loss. Gotta rest in peace to guys tomorrow.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna do that now. Let's put the RIP for him right now. I did that. So RIP to Bama, man.
Oh man.
That's the end of week 3. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the podcast, man. It's your boy Smitty, RFL commissioner and play-by-play commentator. And we'll see you guys for the podcast, man. Peace.
See you guys.